As an introvert, I can't honestly say I've been a fan of guided meditation when I was brand new in the world of meditation, because I couldn't see myself in a room that was crowded with a bunch of people that I didn't know. So I decided to reroute and practice meditation on my own, which turned out to be an epic failure because I had no clue what I was doing. My mind was all over the place, and I couldn't stay consistent. One of the reasons I would say led to such a poor outcome was not the obvious one, like I didn't consider practicing guided meditation. It was because I really didn't have enough information to consider practicing it. I was completely in the dark. This video is meant to spare you from all that, because it contains everything that you need to know about guided meditation. That will give you enough of a solid foundation to help you not consider going your own route like I did. Guided meditation is a meditation practice that is led by another person, usually an expert, either in person or virtually. Guided meditation is conducted by an instructor that helps meditators find or reach their meditative state. There are relatively three types of guided meditation, which are mindfulness, stress reduction, and relaxation. Guided meditation helps people to relax and focus a lot better as compared to meditating on your own, especially if you're a beginner, because your mind would be less prone to wandering, especially if there is someone who can help you stay accountable. Guided meditation also forms and utilizes a number of different techniques to enhance your meditative state, like imagery and music. According to Wikipedia, the most common being meditation music, repetitive music theory, guided imagery relaxation, mindfulness, and journaling. The term is frequently used interchangeably with guided imagery and sometimes with creative visualization in popular psychology and self-help literature. Consequently, guided meditation cannot be understood as a single technique, but rather multiple techniques that are integrated to its practice. Back in the old days, guided meditation used to be led by monks in ancient temples. But in the new age, because of the rapid growth of the internet, it can be led and followed by anyone at any time. But I would agree that people would enjoy this form of meditation in real-life settings, where there's a guide and a group of people who are participating as well, due to its authenticity and better quality of experience. The benefits of guided meditation include reduction of stress, increased self-awareness, regulation of negative emotions, and increased attention span. Throughout our daily lives, when we experience stress, our body automatically reacts in ways that activate our fight or flight response, which is also known as our body's stress response. This is pretty much normal because this is how we react to potential danger. But however, if this state is prolonged, according to verywellmind.com, this agitated state can cause physical damage to every part of the body. But when you actively meditate, your body is affected in the opposite way, which is having your body's relaxation response triggered and helping your body return to its normal state of calm, as well as repairing your body and preventing damage from the physical effects of stress. Guided meditation helps increase your self-awareness due to the fact that when you meditate, you develop mindfulness skills, which are learning how to dissolve your thoughts and how to stay in the present moment. According to the Harvard Gazette, we spend approximately 47% of our waking hours thinking about things that are not happening in the moment. And this form of wandering typically makes us unhappy because we don't have control over the outcome that's based on our wandering thoughts. When we meditate, we learn how to center our minds and keep them from wandering over thoughts about the future or the past. By staying centered in the present moment, this helps empower us to feel more in control of our well-being because the present moment is the only thing that we can fully grasp. By taking a step back and observing your thoughts and emotions through meditation, this will help you learn how to disconnect your identity with negative emotions. Because the lesson that you learn after a series of meditation is, your thoughts and emotions do not define who you are. Meditation teaches us that our negative thoughts and emotions are nothing but the influence and the product of our environment, not extensions of ourselves. So when things get a little frustrating or overwhelming in life, instead of reacting to the reasons or giving in, you learn to take a step back, observe, and let the wave pass. One of the biggest problems that the people of today deal with, including myself, is having a terrible attention span. One of the reasons being excessive use of social media and technology, which sometimes could lead to terrible consequences over things that are important to us, because we'd be too busy being distracted by the pixels on our screens. According to the George Washington University, researchers have long confirmed the attention-boosting value of meditation. A study published in Frontiers in Human Neuroscience notes that meditation training improves executive attention even without long-term commitment. Brief meditation sessions can have a demonstrable effect on improving attention spans. Guided meditation is extremely better for beginners because it makes it a lot easier for the beginner to find their meditative rhythm. When you're starting meditation on your own, there's bound to be 1,000 things that could go wrong. Not because it's your fault, but because it's something that you've never tried before or have a lot of experience in. So it's inevitable that you're going to get lost at some point in time. The reason why I say this is because I speak from experience. My first few months of meditation were not all that great. My routine was sloppy. I used to zone out midway and check my phone notifications during my sessions. I was a complete mess and I felt a lot worse than when I started in the first place, so I decided to quit. I would say the reason I quit in the first place was because I just didn't take it seriously enough. Which was undeniably true, but the layer that skipped my mind was I didn't really have a community behind me, or a mentor to guide me through the process of meditation, or to warn me of all the pitfalls I might face, and most importantly, how to advance through them. It was until when I started to join Facebook groups and subreddits that had a community of people who were on the same road as me, that made me want to commit to meditation more, because I could talk to like-minded people and share my experience and gain support from them. So if you're on the same path, I highly recommend that you should do the same as well. To find a guide, be sure to browse through the following options. There's a ton of websites and blogs that are dedicated to help you find your way in understanding the process of meditation. I personally browsed through a dozen myself. Websites that I would recommend when it comes to guided meditation and everything that you need to know about meditation in general are Healthline and VeryMoldMind.com. Podcasts are one of the best when it comes to guided meditation. There are a ton of them that are based on guided meditation sessions. The podcasts that I would personally recommend are Meditation Station, The Meditation Podcast, and Meditation Oasis. Having a subscription-based streaming service app is also a way to go. I would recommend Spotify and Apple Music because they have a variety of guided meditations that can suit your personal choice and style. According to Very Well Mind, a study that was based on cognitive and behavioral practice found out that meditation apps can be helpful to mental health. Guided meditation apps that I would recommend trying out are Calm and Headspace. There's a ton of videos on YouTube that cater to guided meditation that you can look into. I would recommend typing out guided meditation on the search bar and see what appears on the autofill and choose which type you would like to venture into. For a more authentic experience where you meditate with a trained yogi and other meditation enthusiasts, be sure to try and find meditation and yoga studios that offer classes in your area. To prepare for guided meditation, be sure to go through the following steps. Before you begin, be sure to shut down all distractions that may hinder you during your session. Find a comfortable place where you can sit and relax. Warm yourself up by practicing deep breaths for 30 seconds to a minute. Turn to a guide of your choice and trust them enough to do the rest. Be sure to stay consistent with your practice. Set a timer where you can meditate every single day. Be sure to journal your progress after each session. The bottom line is, guided meditation is the best way to start off with, especially if you have no experience, because it's more socially engaging as compared to self-guided meditation, and you're less prone to making mistakes. This is Shaun from Pyro Mind Hack. Thank you so much for watching.